What's up, YouTube? So today is a unique, special day. Gonna be training back with a good friend of mine who is very, very strong. It's gonna be a little bit different of a video that you guys are used to. Normally it's just me lifting the heavy ass weights. We got a friend that literally maxes out every fucking machine at Alphaland. Anything that you can think of, this motherfucker's maxing that shit out. And he's doing it with good form. He's like a non-ego lifter that actually ego lifts like everything. Like, he gets called out for ego lifting, but like none of his lifts are actually ego lifting because he's doing it with good form. Gonna be training with him. His name's Alec, and we just cracked up some BCAs for the workout so I can sip on something enjoyable. And we got 2 scoops of Blood Raz Rectin Rage with a little bit of pump serum in here by Huge Supplements. Code Zach at checkout if you guys want to get any huge subs. I stand by them. They're fucking 10 out of 10 when it comes to workout intensity, just getting that energy, getting that good feeling before a lift. Rectin Rage will get you going, and it's never let me down. Even if I was like super tired, it still like sparks that energy in me, smacks me in the face and gets me going. So yeah, we're gonna take this pre right now, sip it slowly on the way to the gym. I don't want to take it all at once and like just have it hit me before we get to the gym. There's a good shot that the train's gonna stop me, so can't let that happen because that's pretty risky and that's happened before. Yeah, we're gonna go pick up Alec right now. Yeah, they can hear you.
We'll hear like if I fart or something.
Yes. We'll pick up all the audio. We'll test it out right now.
Alright. Well, I don't have to fart right now.
Okay. That's disappointing. I'm waiting to smell that shit.
Dude, you've been a little hot today.
In honor of Alec wearing the most warm outfits to the gym in 100-degree weather.
You're doing it with me?
Yeah, I had to match.
I love it.
So we're wearing sweatpants and we got this long sleeve on.
We're hitting back, right?
We're hitting back, yeah. Heavy ass weight today, you know how it is. What are we doing today? What kind of, is it more like a width or?
I'd say just thickness, so a lot of mid and upper back. Obviously, like we will be doing lats, but probably mainly just like mid and upper. Yeah.
No lower back?
No, I did hand me yesterday.
Oh shit, your lower back's fried?
It's not fried, it's good. Like,
we should add in like shitty little hyper extensions at least at the end.
Yeah, we could do that. Like I already yelled 6 plates yesterday, so I'm like,
shit.
Let's keep it chill. So upper back day is like always after hand-me day.
Fuck yeah, I need all back, dude. I'm looking at my back and it's just still lagging. Like everything else is just so dominant. My back's just like, it's wide, but there's just missing pieces.
Thickness, yeah. We'll be good. We got it.
I got the white dude curse, you know. White people always have that problem building that like deep dense back tissue. You see like Bumstead on stage, he always gets like ridiculed for not having that much back thickness compared to like Terrence Ruffin and Breon Ainsley. But literally, I mean, you think he's doing the best he can. Like he's brought his back up so much the last 2 years. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, at the end of the day, like everybody's gonna be lacking in some aspect of everything. Like you can critique every single bodybuilder ever and say that they were lacking at some point. It's, you know, retrospectively, you know, there are the perfect bodybuilders. A lot of people say like Phil Heath. Towards the beginning, when he started winning, before people would call it like the bubble gut and everything. Yeah. Like, what was it, like 2012, 2013, when he was like earlier winning? That was like perfect for him. But at the end of the day, like people will always shit on people.
100%.
Nothing to be like worried about.
Fuck the bubble gut though, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot of bodybuilders that have that issue, but they all been fixing it. Like Nick Walker's been bringing his waist down a lot. So I think they're calling them out for it now, and like the IFBB's changing the rules of what they want.
Do you pay a lot of attention to open?
Yeah.
I don't think Nick Walker will ever win. I think, is it weird to say, I think his prime is already passed.
Why, you think he's already like peaked?
I don't want to say he's peaked, but I think that there's other people who are just
better
progressing. Yeah, like the way that we've seen.
Have you seen that Andrew Jack guy?
Yeah, Andrew Jack, Samson Dowda. Actually, for the longest time, I was saying Derek Lunsford. Yeah. I think Derek Lunsford and Samson Dowda will be that kind of like 1-2 rivalry that we haven't seen since like Phil Heath and Kai Green.
I'm putting Andrew Jack up there with them.
I think he'll be like 3rd, 4th, 5th, something like that.
Yeah.
You have a lot of guys like you have guys like who are just really progressing. You have a guy like Michael Crizzo, who's nuts. He's not like a top 5 guy or anything yet. I don't know if he ever will be. There are a lot of guys who are just growing and growing and growing, and like are some of the people up there making progress like they need to be. I mean, we'll see though. Like it's a lot of fun. I feel like we're seeing the same thing with like every division. Classic, like you had Bumstead, you had Breon, you had George Peterson, RIP George Peterson. You had a few other people who were kind of there, and then like 2021 you had a few other people come out of the woodwork, like Terrence Ruffin, you had Ramon, you have Urs, you've had a few other people.
They're gonna have another shift too, where it's like a new bunch of guys are going to be coming out like this year, next year.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
It'll be fun to see, especially how the Olympia changed all the rules with like who's qualifying. Because last year was a shit show because they had way too many guys on the stage, which like is just, you know, kind of when half the people are placing 20th, because that's like the last you can place. So there's like half the people are placing 20th.
Talking about for Classic?
Yeah, and there's like 50 dudes, I think, something nuts like that last year. It was ridiculous, like 44 guys or something. One of my favorites, you guys probably never heard of him. My favorite classic bodybuilder is a guy named Chen Kane out of China. I think he would do nuts in a division like 212, like his just frame and structure is like 212. He'll never do it, but that's my favorite bodybuilder in classic, even though he's not like a top guy. Me and Alec we're trying to like get to that fucking level. That's why we're training the way we do. We train hard as fuck every day. There's like no days where, I mean, there's some days where we're chill in the gym, but overall I'd say like every single workout is pretty effective. Yeah, but the thing is, we still do our shit. You gotta drive. I think the one problem with a lot of people, I think, in the fitness industry and everything is that they kind of view everybody as like competition, where Zach and I met when he moved down here. We weren't that close, and then we kind of got close the last like 2 to 3 months, and we kind of realized like, hey, we don't have to view like Zach and I were always cool. We're like, hey, we can bounce off each other, and it's like your real friends will be the ones that support you and be like, hey, like, let's go to the gym, let's get your shit, let's hold each other accountable, like, that was a shit set, those were shitty reps, do another. It's like really making sure that we're pushing each other and just growing together while supporting each other. Off that, I feel like nobody since I've moved here has like actually pushed me in the right direction, where it's like when it comes to training, I've always been training people that have slowed me down or like that made me feel like it's okay to like slack or like go easy. Whenever I was training with Alec around, he'd always make sure I was doing like the weights that I was supposed to be doing. You know, even if I didn't feel like rowing 4 plates, he was doing it. So I felt almost like pressured because he's doing it, I have to do it too. Or else in my head, even though I'm not a bitch, I feel like a bitch. It's just like that friendly competition that makes you better. Well, the thing too is it's like your real friends will never, in a sense, view you as like real competition. Like if Zach and I ever step on the same stage, which would be a lot of fun, I know that like if one of us did better than the other, we would never like fight about it. We'd always be like, awesome, love you bro, congrats, happy for you. But both of us internally would be like, okay, what do I need to improve on to do better? It's a winner's mindset. That's how like your real friendship should be. Like if you're ever upset or bothered that like a friend of yours, you know, a friend, because they're not actually your friend, if you're upset or jealous whenever they are successful or have success in life, you have to kind of reevaluate yourself. Like, why am I not being there? Why am I not supportive of someone that I should be? Like, because I don't really think you should call them a friend then, because you're not being fair to them. You're not really being the friend that they need and supporting them the way that they need it. With competing, everyone puts in the same work, so it's like if you're shitting on someone that beats you, it's like you can't really be mad about that. It's like the judges it's a subjective sport, so things can be out of your control. You could have worse genetics than someone. That person could have dieted harder than you, taken better drugs even to come in better shape. So it's like there's so many different factors with bodybuilding. You just got to be there and support whoever beats you. You can't really be pissed off about it. And when I was like 19, I remember I won my overall in classic, and I was natural at the time. And there was this like 26-year-old backstage. I don't even know what that was. There was like this 26-year-old backstage, and like after I got my overall trophy and I walked backstage, he goes, "Good job for now, but that won't happen again next time we're on stage together." And I'm like, what a shitty attitude, man. Like if that guy was the winner and I took second to him, like I wouldn't have said anything like that. It's just pretty like shallow of him to like A, say that to me at 19 years old, and B, just to be like that jealous and not be happy for me that I won. But I don't know, man, it's just crazy. Bodybuilding's really competitive. A lot of attitudes, a lot of egos.
I'm a motherfucking star. Look at this cake on the card. Too much rim, make the ride too hard.
Alright, it is empty here today. We got an empty parking lot, which means that we got the whole gym for ourselves pretty much. Usually this many cars in here today, like this much. A normal gym, that would be a lot of people, but at Alphaland, that is literally empty. This parking lot's usually jam-packed and like you can't even find the spot. But that's a good thing, you know, we'll be able to have the whole gym, all the equipment for ourselves, and a good workout today. So we're gonna show you guys the difference between like rowing to your chest versus rowing to your waist. A lot of people when they're doing these bend over barbell rows do it incorrectly. We're just here to show you basically how to walk it out and then how to do the proper form. So you guys aren't doing this wrong. It's like a really hard movement to get down, but if you get it down, you can put on a lot of back thickness. So Alec is gonna instruct you guys exactly how he does it. He's like the pro at the shit. I've seen him do like 4+ plates on this, so he knows what he's talking about.
A few things. Back up a little bit so I can show you. So if you are like set up in the rack, you want to make it super easy for you to unrack it. So if you show here, if I have it right here, if I have the bar, what you want to be doing is I grab it, I set up, I pick it up. You can either walk it forward or backwards. I prefer to walk forward. That way if it is really heavy when I'm failing, I kind of just slam it back like that. But if you notice how little of a space it is right here, one thing a lot of people do is you want it to be slightly lower, so that way when you pick it up, as the weight gets super heavy, you're not having to like shrug it up. Because if this was one higher, it would be like up here. And if with my heavier sets, if I had to get it up, I kind of have to like shrug it up to get it out. And think about like racking it too. If it was up here, I'd have to like lift it back up over. So you want it slightly below right here. So if I'm standing just with the bar, you see how little space there is right here. And when you grab it and you walk it out, I walk forward, you're right here. One thing I try to do is I guide it along my quads the entire way to my waist. So stand over to the side a little bit. You can kind of see, I bend over here. There's a slight bend in my knees, but my butt is pushed back. I go here along the thighs, up to my waist. Kind of hold it. Now, that's the way that I do it. One thing is a lot of people will shit on the kind of ways of the people who row it a little bit higher. I'm not gonna shit on that. It's just a little bit different of a movement. And for the people who do row to your chest, I'd say like it's a very okay movement. For most people, I think it'd be better if you row to your waist like that. And then you see here, I go to rack it, it's a lot smoother. That's how you set it up, and that's how I do the barbell row.
So that's a little rundown on the form for you guys, and hopefully those tips help. We're gonna be blasting some heavy ass weights on this because this is like our #1 movement for back thickness. It's our compound lift for today, so we're gonna put a lot of effort into this set compared to other sets and just kind of go all out. I'm gonna be using straps because he let me borrow his Versa grips last time and I had way better grip and way better control on the bar, so yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. My central nervous system's fried today. The lifts are actually really hard for me. Not being a bit pussy or anything, I'm still doing them. I'm still training heavy to what I can do, but I'm normally feeling a lot more explosive and energized when I come in the gym. I trained like 4 or 5 days, really heavy, really hard. So today when I came in, I just didn't have that same push and that drive to lift. And you know, that's no excuses. I'm still gonna push through and we're gonna have a good back day. But when it comes to like the heavier lifting, I didn't really have the explosiveness to keep pushing through. And it's just like part of the gym, man. You're not gonna always have 100% days where you're just killing it. So you gotta get used to that and just be able to accept it if you're not having your best workout.
He also hung out with his girlfriend for a week straight. He wasn't used to that either, so. He's a little drain.
Alec had his ass eaten last night, so he's not feeling too well.
Not into that. It's fake news.
He was on all fours and shit, and yeah, it strained the life out of him.
A lot of people do chest supported row wrong. I think when you do a lot of back movements, the negative, in my opinion, is just as, if not more important than the initial pull. So when you do a lot of these movements, especially chest supported, you'll stand like right here. You'll kind of see what I mean. So I'm getting right here, I'm grabbing the weight. As I'm doing it, you'll see that like my lats like stretch around it. I'm opening it up, getting that stretch, and then pulling it here. And a lot of people, when they do a chest supported row, when they get the pull, they kind of pull their chest off the pad. That's not the point. You have to keep your chest pressed against it the entire time. So I grab it right here. I go, I get that stretch. Boom. Negative, negative, negative. Opening up my lats. Boom. Chest is still pressed against it. Just like that.
Really quick demonstration. We're gonna do this machine right here. The number one thing you want to do is you want to push this thing out here so that your arms can expand all the way. You can fully release your lats. Now what you want to do is you want to press your chest against the pad so that it's completely stuck to it. Kind of have a slight arch in your back while your chest is leaning up. You're gonna grab the handles. You're gonna keep your head up, your chest high, and you're gonna pull straight back and squeeze. Then you're gonna go slow, slow on the eccentric, explosive on the concentric. See how I'm expanding my lats all the way before I pull it? Squeeze.
We got no class, no taste, no shirt and shit faced. We got lined up, shot down, firing back, straight crowd. We're going up tonight to kick out every light, take anything we want, drink everything inside. We're going till the world stops turning while we burn it to the ground at night.
It was okay today. I wouldn't say it was one of our best workouts. We both kind of felt shitty. Alec's lower back is all fucked right now. He said he's not feeling good from hitting hamstrings really hard, so he really couldn't do much. He had to call it quits, and he's gonna have to go get a massage or something because that shit's fucked up. Me, on the other hand, I was just a fucking bitch today, and you know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're not feeling like the man, but at least I pushed through. At least I kept pushing to make sure that I got a good workout in today, and then just go home a loser. Physique right now, I would say it's pretty mid compared to what it could be. I haven't been taking my diet as seriously as I should be, so I was a little bit flat today. Thank God for Alec, he got the angles on me, and that compensated for my lack of size and muscular maturity and girth and thickness and length and everything above, anything that the guy she told you not to worry about has. So yeah, he made it look good. He made it look big. It's all the angles, you know, guys. Just don't make fun of me. Alec is sick of me being fucking sus. I've been a sus bag around him. It's fucked.
I can't say what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get his channel demonetized.
What are you gonna say? Tell us. Whisper it. We're gonna go get like a post-workout meal. You wanna go like shower first together? I'm kidding guys. We're gonna go take a shower separately and then we're gonna go get a post-workout meal, fucking get some protein in. I need to eat, so I need like a cheat meal. Here we're actually deciding to go get Euro Hut as our like little Saturday night cheat meal. And I wouldn't even call that a cheat because it's just got good macros in that.
It's just like meat and rice.
Yeah, it's like meat and rice. If you add some sauce on there, make it taste good. But we're gonna get that right now. I'll show you guys that plate of food. Was feeling hella hungry today, so we ordered a platter and a Euro. It's gonna be fucking bulk grind tonight. Just haven't been like eating that much, so gotta get the fucking protein in, gotta get the calories up. You know how it is. Ooh, look at this shit, look at this shit.
I gotta like mix it all up.
We got this right here. Platter, Euro, smash.